Good morning, Pioneers. My name is Sam Martin.
My name is Justin Cullivan. Welcome to The Grit.
It was a great week of sports running into the weekend, so let's start with a recap. Last Thursday, girls wrestling defeated Berlin 66-15 at home on senior night. All 7 Orange seniors go the varsity start, and all 7 won their matches.
Also, on last Thursday, the boys dropped an OCC dual meet to Liberty as junior Jacob Slack picked up a pin for the Nears. Last Friday, boys basketball faced off against district rivals Liberty on senior night and slipped by with a score of 73-70.
To continue last week's sports highlights, gymnastics placed third with a score of 139.5 at Berlin's tumbles and takedowns last Thursday.
Girls wrestling won the state dual regional, defeating Weststone 83-0 and Tays Valley 57-21 to make the state dual meet championship. 10 girls won both of their matches to pace the Pioneers, including freshman Kenzie Carter, who pushed a record at 25-0.
Boys wrestling competed at the Berlin duels, defeating Hilliard Davidson 54-28 in a non-league match. The boys dropped bouts to Berlin and Elaria, but juniors Jacob Slack and Gavin Gaylor both went 3-0 on the day.
On Sunday, hockey lost 2-0 to Dublin Jerome in the round 2 of the playoffs to conclude their season. Gymnastics placed third with a score of 139.5 at the Berlin's tumble and takedown meet. Now it's over to the Andrew Ingram for an interview with Soraya.
How you doing, Soraya?
I'm good. How are you?
So I'm doing great. So how did you get into wrestling in the first place?
I got into wrestling because Coach Tressler, I had him freshman year, and I saw that he was posting a lot of stuff about summer workouts, and I asked him about open mats and stuff like that, and then I got in touch with Nicola.
That's cool. What is wrestling to you?
To me, wrestling is just a big role in my life as a sport. I try not to make it bigger than it is, but it really teaches me a lot of life lessons, and it gets me a lot of friendships that I wouldn't have had without it.
What team do you think has been the hardest challenge this year?
Definitely Harrison. We haven't lost a duel since the first year of the wrestling program, so the fact that we've lost a duel twice to them this year has been a big upset, and that's who we're looking to beat in the finals at states.
Do you know what rank they are?
They're ranked, I'm pretty sure, 3rd in the country, and we're ranked 11th. So.
That's cool. What was by far your favorite memory from this season?
My favorite memory from this season would have to be the Ironman. I really enjoyed that tournament. It was the first year they added a girls' side of it. It's a national tournament that we were able to see a lot of good competition with our whole team there.
Being a senior and watching the program grow throughout your career, how do you think wrestling has changed?
Wrestling has changed a lot throughout my years here. It's the level of competition has grown immensely. Like girls that you would beat your first year versus girls you have to beat now are 10 times better, and the competition's just skyrocketed. Are
you wrestling after high school?
I'm undecided. I have the opportunity to, but I haven't decided if that's a yes or not.
Where do you think that would be?
I'm going to Southern Virginia University to continue my track career, but I haven't decided on wrestling.
Thank you. Now, back to the desk.
Hey Pioneers! This year boys volleyball is looking for new recruits. Here's more.
Hi, my name is Vincent Panzica. I'm a senior. This is my second year playing volleyball. On the volleyball team, we do a lot of conditioning and a lot of practicing of the sports, prepare for games against other schools. We are looking at 3-hour practices right now where we'll do some conditioning, and there's a lot of reps and practice to get the teams prepared for the games. So the games are a big selling point. We get a good amount of people that come out. We get a lot of parents, a lot of friends, and a lot of families support us. They're really hyped. We have a really good environment on the team. Everyone just supports each other, and we just bring each other up, and we just help each other just get better at the sport. So it's a good environment to be around. We have really highly experienced coaches. So tryouts currently are Monday the 19th and Tuesday the 20th from 5 to 8 p.m. We are currently looking for a lot of boys to fill up 3 teams. Freshman to senior year, you don't need any experience. If you've played the sport, you should definitely consider joining. If not, it's a good opportunity to try this new sport, especially since it's been sanctioned last year. So there's going to be more opportunities in college if you're considering that. But overall, you got nothing to lose if you go.
That's it from me, Pioneers. Now back to the desk.
Welcome back to our daily pick'ems. And I got a new guest with me here, Sam Martin. So We're going to start off with NFL offseason, coming up after the Super Bowl just finished 2 weeks ago. And you're a Cowboys fan, am I correct?
Yes, sir, I am. I'm a proud Cowboys fan.
Yeah, so unfortunately they lost, well, not for anyone except for you. The Cowboys lost in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Yeah,
so
pretty upsetting.
What changes do you want them to make coming into this next season?
Obviously, what I really want is I want Jerry Jones to step down as owner, and I want a new owner to take the place. Obviously, I want him to be a little bit younger so he can make wiser decisions. But at the same time, I mean, I feel as though Jerry Jones is like, I feel like the moves that he's making is like almost as if he wants to inflate his ego. Obviously, in the 90s, that's why he fired Jimmy Johnson. And I really wanted him to like actually make a couple of changes, like switch out the coach, get a better, hopefully get a better QB who can actually participate in like the playoffs the right way, obviously. But at the same time, you can't have everything you want. So obviously we're gonna have to work what we have right now. So like, I don't know, man. I mean, I really want Micah Parsons to stay on the squad because he's a really good player. He's a really tough player. At the same time, I really want CeeDee Lamb to stay on the team as well because he's the best, in my opinion, he was the best receiver this past season. So, but it's just they weren't, like in that Packers game, they just weren't all in sync. Defense wasn't where it needed to be. CD and Dak were not, they were not like in correlation with it. Yeah, they weren't even doing like, they weren't doing what they did in the regular season,
Yeah.
So.
I mean, looking at it from an unbiased perspective as a Ravens fan, CeeDee Lamb, at the end of the season, I think, went from just, like, he's a good receiver. Now, I think he's transcended to that top-tier status. They have Dak Prescott had a great season overall. I just think that Jerry Jones is, I think, the problem right now.
Yeah, he's the biggest problem.
Kind of similar. The Ravens, I mean, as a Ravens fan, John Harbaugh, I think, should have probably been fired. He won't be.
Obviously.
Maybe not fired. He did win a Super Bowl, and it's going to be very hard. We lost Mike McDonald, our defensive coordinator, so I'm a little frustrated. Well, but a lot of the guys are coming back, so I have very high hopes coming into this next season. Obviously, still disappointed because my team also lost to the Chiefs, and it's frustrating. But you can always look to next season, right?
I mean, that's all we do as Cowboys fans. We always look to the next season because we always have high hopes because they're a really good team. They have a lot of good talent, The coaching staff is talented as well. It's just like they make really poor decisions, especially when it's time to like really lock in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like, I mean, it's either we have to like really learn how to utilize what we have in the best way possible, or at the same time, we're just going to have to make changes. But Jerry Jones seems like he doesn't want to do that. Like, it's just like every year he just wants to like sort of have the team to himself instead of give it to somebody else, because he just doesn't want to hurt his ego. But that's just my personal opinions. So.
All right, well, looks like we got a lot to look forward to in this coming up NFL offseason.
Yes. Now, let's get into a quick recap of this week's sports. Starting off Monday, gymnastics won first place with over 138 team points. Multiple girls placed all around.
Boys basketball beat DeSales 56-43 for the final in-season game. Dylan Joy and Levi Davis both scored 18 points for the Nears. The boys will head into the postseason next Tuesday.
On Wednesday, Augusta Nest took home third at the state dive meet yesterday. A number of events from swim and dive are headed to the States in Canton. The girls' qualifiers are Mia Baccio for the 50 free, 100 free, and 400 free relay. Ella Longhouse for the 100 breaststroke and 400 free relay. Lauren Moorhead for the 200 IM, 100 back, and 400 free relay. Avery Kai for the 400 free relay.
On the boys' side, qualifiers are as follows. Brady Farron for the 200 IM, 100 fly, 200 free relay, and 400 free relay. Kaden Mall for the 200 IM, 200 free relay, and 400 free relay. Caden Dunn for the 200 free relay, 400 free relay. Jamal Deek for the 500 free relay, 200 free relay, 400 free relay. Finally, senior Augusta Ness has qualified for the state dive meet. Congratulations to all state swim and dive qualifiers. Also on Wednesday, boys wrestling won their OCC senior night match against Hilliard Bradley 39-30. Dennis Cepeda, Zeller Lyon, Joseph LaRosa, Jason Burt all had pins to the Pioneers. This weekend, the team looks to kick off their sectionals tomorrow at Upper Arlington, while the girls start their postseason run Sunday at Licking Valley High School. Girls basketball finished out their season with a tough 57-47 loss against Tees Valley. Now, Bella takes a look at last week's winter pep rally and the students versus staff basketball game.
Good morning, Pioneers. Today we're going to be taking a look into the winter pep rally. So really, we like to recognize each of the pep rallies, the sports that are in season or wrapping up for the season. So we are recognizing winter sports coming in, and then we really get to the main event for this pep rally, which is the basketball game. So we don't have a ton of time for anything else. We just get to watch the seniors play the staff. We have a lot of teachers playing. We have some all-stars like Mr. Higgins, Mr. Kalo, and Mr. Miracle are playing. We have some administrators, so you'll see Mr. Sparks and Mrs. Ellis out in there. And many others. There's not a ton different. We've been doing this for a long time, so it's a really kind of a tradition that we don't stray far from. Last year we did some marketing events, and we're not doing much of that this year. We're just kind of focusing more on just the game.
That's all for today. Now back to the desk.
That's all for our show this week. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, I'm Sam Martin.
And I'm Justin Culvin. Make sure to support your New Year's in action this week. See you next Friday, and have a sporty day.